Up next, we have a Bushwick first-timer. One of 3 first-timers on the bill tonight. Craig Suede is a musician who is re-navigating the Seattle music scene and what it means in life. He's been focusing a lot on being more physical with activities like rollerblading and promoting his brand CZNS.co with his best friend, Young Chali. You can catch the 2 of them every Wednesday at Belltown Pizza. I went a few Wednesdays ago, and I enjoyed the songs and the pizza. Let's keep, in that order. Let's give a first-timers welcome for Craig Suede.
I'm in 1, Gary. I just used the quarter-inch that was on the ground.
Do you want him in 3?
Do you want me in 3 where I was before?
All right.
Okay. First time. Cool. Hello. I'm Craig. For those that are listening at home or sitting in the back where you can't see me, I'm a strapping 5'8" Filipino-American with probably self-consciously wine-stained lips that I'm drinking out of this coffee cup. I have cool snakeskin boots that no one can see, even if you're at home. I'm wearing dangly feather earrings and oddly feathered hair and obnoxiously colorful tattoos. Writing for this was challenging. Reading, when I first learned about Bushwick Book Club, I learned about it from Debbie Miller, who wrote a song about the Queen of Hearts from the perspective of the Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland. And so when I finally, after all these years, had a chance to do this, I was really excited, and I was hoping that I could write something really quippy and cute. And then I started reading the book, and it reads to me as like deeply personal and a very first-hand account of just living life and what you've seen. And there's a lot of imagery that references plants, and I don't know those plants. So a lot of times I would be reading it and it'd be talking about a plant. I'm like, man, I bet that's so cool. But then it would reference other things about cities that I've been to, and so when I started writing it, I was trying to find a way to encapsulate your experience, Justine, and then I realized that I'm like way too selfish for that, and that's not how I write. I write about myself, and for years I've had this rule that I only write and keep a song if it makes me feel deeply uncomfortable. And when I finally when I wrote the bridge for this song, I like cried a little, and I was like, oh fuck, okay, it's there, we got it. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss, but yeah. So I think that was the moment where I felt like everything that I read made more sense to me because I was able to see myself in the experience. And then for writing the song, I decided to lean on that, like my experience through what I was reading about. And in the book, there's a lot of references to like, let's see, lady running down to the riptide, and like the Lumineers. And so when I was like writing it, I started writing it, and I didn't know what direction to go. And then I remembered like the references to the National and like songs that I did know. And so you might hear a slight nod to that genre because it gave me some direction on what to do. Phone stays on so I can see the lyrics. Come on, phone. I looked down, it was dark. I was like, this is not going well already. Because you lived forward, never looking back, never settled, always moving, but still questions. Because there are reasons for never looking back. With each season, the landscape changes, but holes remain. In this city, I've been hiding between blackberry vines and the white lies and the social fights that don't include me. I roam alone, howling for home. I roam alone. Because I want it normal, but nothing stays the same. Changing spaces with different people, and they go wild. In this city, I'm not sleeping between lost loves, the drugs and drinks, and all the things that don't really see me. I roam alone, howling for home. I roam alone. I long for the stars I'll never reach. I long for the peace I left in every city. I run toward the stars I'll never reach. And I run from the pieces I left in the city. And I long for the stars I'll never reach. And I long for the pieces I left in the city. And I run for the stars I'll never reach. And I long for the pieces I left in the city. And they go wild, and I can go home. And they go wild, and I can go live.
Inspiration from the page.
Craig Suede!
It
Yeah.
don't matter what your age is, all the rages. Right here at the Bushwick Boat